money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they thanks, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. Why you was sleeping on me? I'm in 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want. I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Redskins. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Luck. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On on the ground. This is Rashad Penny. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go play action now. Wilson toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Penny, a first down carry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. After the penalty, it's Penny. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here's the sneak with Wilson. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson taking it in. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Long. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he's going to go down again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he coughed it up.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
95, 95.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Preston Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen...
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Here's Luck.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They begin with a run by Penny, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The pitch goes to Penny. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Left side, it's Dorsett. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A handoff to Penny. Down right around the 25. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts. Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? Now Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Play action. It's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work. We're gonna go 4 down, 4 down. 14, find it.
On second down, Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
From the gun on third down, Wilson drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Keep right.
Now a first down throw. Lock. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Gun.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Go ahead.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
53. Jack. 12. Go ahead.
The final shot before the break. Lock. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Again, it's Kamara. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s. It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll run again with Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Go ahead. 11Z.
Throwing on 3rd down, Love. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Kamara, and he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. Spinning away. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Penny. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they'll run it again with Penny. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. the shotgun. Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency.
Now a hit and Luck lost the football. It's out. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Penning. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On 1st and 10, Locke. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Luck on first down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. You cannot write these guys off just yet. Not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Locke. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. From the red zone now, Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
To the air again, Locke. And his throw here's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Off of play action, Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
622.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
Watch 10, watch 10. Come on, watch 10, watch 10.
Again, Locke. And that's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. On first down, Locke. Complete. Richardson has it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Locke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A very solid gain of 27. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. for Crowder. Oh, wide open, complete. They give him a gain of 38. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On first down, it's Love. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing again is Love. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Frank Clark in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Play action, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He'll look to throw. And he's got Booker. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Tempo. Hey, check. 3 down.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you can hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.